I've returned.
Welcome
Hello.
back, Chu.
What did I miss?
Nothing much.
Oh, cool.
Done it. Finally.
There we go.
Wait, I'm sorry. Does that say Sebastian Wolf?
Don't worry about it.
I'm sorry, but I think I will.
Don't worry about
Hmm. Okay.
So, you sent me this song. What do you want to know? You want to know my thoughts on it? You want to know?
it. Yeah, thoughts.
It's a good song, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
With a pleasant noise sensation in my ear.
Really now? How pleasant.
I'm just here's the thing. The author of that song is Toby Fox, actually.
No, it's
I know.
not.
I saw.
Yeah, and it's just like like how he's like been composing like a couple like the Pokemon songs, and just like
Never
for
heard of
whatever
him.
reason has like a really good rep with Game Freak for whatever reason. And it's just like he can make some good stuff when it just comes to it. I just don't think like every single like one of his works is kind of like requires raving about when it's just like
No,
comes
yeah,
down
I
to it.
get what you mean.
And it's just like
Yeah.
like what I just played is like one of kind of like his fan base's like favorite tracks of things, considering that's not a boss theme.
Yeah, and speaking
That's
of
pretty good.
Soul, I'm going to do something that this may or may not be a hot take.
Yeah.
I think Asgore's fight theme is better than Megalovania.
So you want to know something? Like about that?
Go on.
I can kind of agree.
Soul, what was your Toby Fox hot takes?
Well, I mean, it's like okay. I just said like okay, there's an infinitely version, and I do agree that like, I do agree that there are actually like much better songs in the Undertale soundtrack than Megalovania.
Okay.
I don't know if this is a I don't even know if this is like a hot take or not. Like okay, this is just more like okay, coming with going like evolving with the times. It's just like okay, as Undertale stopped waning in popularity, but I much prefer Deltarune, like miles above Undertale.
Okay, I talk about gameplay or music wise.
Honestly, both. Because honestly, like basic, I basically prefer kind of like almost
Okay.
everything. Like what peak does it not reach?
Well, I mean, the story doesn't end yet.
Yeah,
but... That's why.
but even then, like, even then, it's just like, okay, what is? I mean,
that's just a
I guess,
fact.
I guess like the only interesting thing that it's just like that Undertale doesn't do is like that's not like a specific like character quirk is like fucking Azrael and Kara's relationship prior to all the events happening.
Okay, here's another hot take of mine for Undertale. I think Azrael and Kara's relationship was slightly underdeveloped, or at least a bit too unexplained for the player to just make their own stuff up.
Yeah, like you basically only have like Alfie's logs and stuff like that in the True Lab.
Yeah.
Agree on that. Pretty much agree on that. It's just like
come on, so we need to fucking argue about something. Okay, so can you just make up a fake argument so that I can? I think hard mode should never be finished. It would be funnier that way.
Yeah.
I guess.
Nice.
You know what? Here's the actual opinion I have about hard mode. I want Mentor Neo to be the hardest boss fight in hard mode.
That would actually be interesting.
And here's how I would do it. Imagine every single core enemy, when you walk into the core, no one's there. And then when you get to the boss fight, every single core enemy attacks you one turn at a time. And you have to kill every single one of them. Giving Meton Neo and more health bars with a more canonical reasoning.
Okay.
That's how I would do it.
I feel like a Neo fight would actually be would actually be kind of cool.
Yeah.
Like
when compared to Sans, but he has 11 billion Gaster Blasters all pointed at you. Which would be the easiest thing to do. No, I want the hard boss fight to be Meton.
MDT is actually so freaking easy. It's not even funny.
Yeah, Pacifist Root Meton is so easy and yeah. Although, you know what? What do you want out of Undertale hard mode if it ever comes out this century?
If it ever comes out, if it ever comes out this century, I don't know. Maybe like a flash, as maybe as like a flashback sequence as to when you're actually playing as Kara or something like that when he first fell down to the ruin, something like that. I don't know.
Okay, that would be a cool thing for a Astro Trimo fight.
Kind of just covering some unexplored territory.
Yeah, yeah, I get what you mean. Okay, since we seem to be in pure agreement about everything, surprisingly enough, I'm going to make a fake argument for the sake of humor.
Okay.
So, I believe that it is morally right to kill Undyne.
Oh, come on! I can't even say that's I mean,
God damn it!
The girl is out for you. It's just it's like.
I believe it is morally correct to kill Toriel. Okay, is that
that's less? I mean, that's less. That's less so. You feel super
I believe it's morally correct to kill Forget.
Okay, you monster.
Tell me why I shouldn't.
Frog cute.
No, fuck, it's scary. His big eyes stare into me. I feel frightened.
You're staring in your soul to make sure that he doesn't. That he's not good because he's so cute and those eyes are too adorable.
No, I crushed them eyes.
That's just wrong. Frocking cute.
No. Every single time I play Undertale, it's always a neutral one, and it's always Forget. And only Forget.
I mean, neutral run is kind of cool.
Okay, what's your favorite neutral ending?
There are two that particularly stand out.
I think I know the one that you're referring to. Are you perhaps referring to the Mettaton Dictator one?
That is a standout, but it's not one of the two.
Okay, okay.
One of the two is the aborted genocide route.
Oh.
After killing Undyne.
The one with Alphys.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, no, that's a standout.
I'm gonna say probably my favorite is gonna be the Papyrus ending. Kill everybody but Papyrus.
Oh, that one. Yeah, I see it.
Where he's the new ruler and everything. And,
yeah.
And basically just okay, actually kind of expresses some doubt and stuff, but still kind of wishes you well.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
But what about Deltarune?
Okay. Well, I already said. Okay. I don't even know what would actually kind of be considered a hot take, but okay, here's one.
Ooh.
Here's an actual hot take. Big Shot is just okay.
Thank you. Thank you. The world revolving beats Big Shot every day of the week.
Yeah. Like, it's okay. Like, it's better than Now's Your Chance. It's better than Now's Your Chance, but it's better than Now's Your Chance, like, of course, but but the best part about Big Shot is literally just the bit that's the leitmotif from the world revolving.
Yeah, it is. Quite frankly, I feel like Spam's normal fight theme, I like it more in some ways. It might not be Cry's action packed, but it has that good, like, scam salesman feeling.
It does have that. Yeah. I don't know. Like, and like, I actually for like quite a bit, this mostly just like goes into like the that isn't top taken. Actually, you know what? One of it's surprising, but some of my favorite themes from Deltarune are kind of remixed Undertale track.
I mean, okay.
There are two tracks in particular. Before the Story, which plays at the file select, and You Can Always Come Home, which plays at the end of the day on both days.
Huh, okay. Those are your favorites?
Not my absolute favorites, but it's just like top 5.
Okay. What would you say are your favorites? Just guessing.
Field of Hopes and Dreams.
Okay.
Field of Hopes and Dreams. World Revolving. Rude Buster, because that battle theme is just way too good.
Look, I disagree. I think Rude Buster is not as good as the top 5.
Okay.
But it's still good. It's just, I don't really feel like it just... It's definitely better than Undertale's base battle theme, but like, it's not saying a lot.
Oh no! It absolutely crushes.
Yeah, no.
It absolutely crushes enemy approaching.
Yeah. And you know what? I think the Undertale Yellow enemy approaching is better than Root Buster or Undertale enemy approaching.
Okay, I need to actually like listen.
There's actually multiple versions of Undertale's Yellow's battle theme depending on which part of the game you are in, what biome.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. While I definitely feel like it can be executed well, I do not want Rousey to be the villain of Deltarune.
Yeah.
I know.
I think it can be like a lot more. I feel like it can be like a lot more interesting than just like Rousey just kind of like pulling the strings, but just like knowing more than just what's let on.
Because like it's one of the most. It's one of the most. I don't know if obvious plot twist is the right term, but it's something that most people could expect with a few bit of forethought. And I mean, a predictable story is fine, but even so, I would just prefer something less so.
I don't exactly necessarily really into like evil Rousey and stuff like that, but I guess on the topic of
Mutual.
Rousey, I guess, which is I think a hot take because like Rousey is like fluffy, and I used to share this and I used to say but Susie is by far and away the best character in Deltarune.
Agree or disagree, but I see where you're coming from.
I feel like part of the point of the Chris is to kind of like be unexplored, but
to an extent, yeah. I mean, obviously there will be more exploration. Deltarune is not just 2 chapters.
But it's just like there's a lot of parts just like like the answers that you are actually like responding to like Chris's own thing or Chris's own.
Yeah. To some extent, kind of, sort of.
To some extent, like Oh, right. I remember the thing that I wanted to say. One of the best scenes in Deltarune is quite literally at the end of chapter 2 where Susie meets Toriel.
Facts.
One of the best scenes in the chapter. Probably the best.
I wouldn't call it personally the best, but I understand your thought process. Yeah.
By the way, if you call Toriel's phone after you finish washing quote unquote washing your hands, Susie just says, "Chris, finish washing your dang hands."
Yeah, I remember hearing about that.
And it's great.
Yeah. Okay, hate to use the G word during this discussion.
Oh, oh no.
But what are your thoughts about the gas leak?
The gas leak. Oh no. Oh no, not the gas leak. Oh no. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I kind of hate like the current involvement with the gas leak. It's more just like, okay, like I've heard so much about the gas leak that like at this point I'm just like becoming like completely numb to it, and I just like hope to God that it's literally anything but. Even though it's like you know there was evidence to like point to the contrary, but I just really hope that's just Toby just like given like 2 billion red herrings.
Personally, I mean, if it's executed well, the gas leak could be a fascinating exploration, but also it would be very difficult to execute it well. I'm talking, like, the game dies if one line is incorrect.
Let me think. I don't know. I've been listening to a lot of actual AU music, a lot for Deltarune, and I don't know why, but the Undertale AU music is like, but Deltarune kind of kicks so much butt.
I admittedly am not too specialized in the AU stuff. Like, I know less than most people that will have had under their brain rot at that time.
Lord of Mercy. Okay.
I mean, yeah. I'm just saying, like, I don't know. For what I've heard for like Undertale, like they either, like, the only thing is just like that I know is that they just use Megalo Strike Back, like,
yes, they do.
Like
it's a okay.
Like not even like too many times. It's just like it's the only song that they use.
Yeah. They treat it as if it's the main theme to Undertale.
I guess like on that topic, just to be random, Glitch Tail frickin' sucks, but that's not a hot take.
The amount of things I know about Glitch Tail is just like the sand with an arrow on him, and wait, is that literally all of? Wait, am I thinking about a different AU?
Probably, yeah.
Probably though. Yeah, I don't know anything about Glitch Tail.
Don't.
You know, wait! Oh, memory awoken. I think I remember watching a video about Glitch Tail, like on the side while doing other things. Now I remember the person on the video sounding like hilariously upset about it, which, I mean, to an extent makes sense, but it was also kind of entertaining to watch them go beat by beat of a story that I had no idea what the fuck was going on, describing characters that did not exist, a world building that is just not Undertale.
Yep.
It was like walking into another dimension. And the only context I had was a goddamn rant video that sounds incomprehensible. That's the only thing I know about Glitch Tail. And you know what? I think it's fell for it.
Yeah.
But you know, how do you want the route to go? Not what you think would happen, but what would you want to happen?
Good question. Good question, honestly. Like, I don't know. I feel like there's like they're taking it in an interesting direction where, I feel like they're taking like an interesting direction with it, but
Lock in! Lock in! No! Thanks for locking in. Bro. Oh, it takes shit more damage now.
Yeah.
Cool.
honestly, I kind of want honestly for chapter 3, I kind of want Ralsei to take maybe like a back seat to the in favor of Toriel personally.
Oh.
Personally, and just like trying to like intervene and just getting like more of the dynamic between Toriel and Susie.
I get that.
Mostly, and kind of just like how they'll react to each other.
There we go.
To each other, and just like getting
Gun.
more comfort, because I feel like there's still quite a bit that can be done like with Toriel as a protective figure.
Fair.
Villain wise, I don't know.
Okay.
Kind of hard to really go about it.
Sure. Okay, speaking of Rousey.
Yeah.
Okay, you know how Dark Gnomes are, like, creations from objects, like, you know how the cards work?
Yep.
What do you think Rousey is?
That's assuming if he is a Darkner to
Yep.
he is a Darkner to begin with, but if it is one, I feel like it'd have to be something like within the supply closet and something that maybe something be like in the supply closet, but the thing is that like it also has to be related to the Dreamers in some case.
Which I mean kinda could work.
It kinda could
Even
work
if
considering
unlikely.
that Toriel's a school teacher there.
Like maybe some of Kristen Asriel's old stuff.
Yeah, and I think like the only thing that I think would make sense would be like
Or maybe Asriel's dead body.
dang.
Here's my conspiracy board. Toriel killed her child.
Dang.
You can't use evidence to disprove it.
Azrael was death this entire time.
Asriel was the gas leak.
But it'd probably be like it's just like something confiscated by Toriel, like brought over in like that was just like cleaned up in the supply closet or whatever. So it's either gonna be like I don't know, a pencil that like Azrael really liked or something like that, or probably more likely like Chris's horns that he had as a kid.
Oh yeah, that. Yeah. That's definitely the most possible thing. If I had to imagine. Apparently that dog disagrees.
He's going crazy.
Damn. I don't think they believe that Rousey was a little dog? No, understood. We got their opinion on the matter. But what if it's just... I find it hilarious if it would just be something silly like a goddamn scarf. Oh, that would actually make sense, though. Damn.
It would make sense as a as something as well.
Well, yeah, either way.
I feel like the thing that kind of like gets a little bit that might be shaky, just like okay, like what is it? Is the heckin' tease, you know?
Yeah.
Like like how Chris heals the most from drinking Susie's tea, but from drinking Noelle's and Rousey's tea, he heals the second worst of the bunch.
You can get a lot of different, like a dozen possible theories out of that alone.
Yeah,
like
the only two that are lower are if they drink their own teas, or if Rousey drinks Noelle tea and vice versa.
Why? I feel like in the case of the tea stuff, it could come into play in future chapters, but also it's so vague. You could write anything down about it, and in the tea would be evidence for it.
I mean, like,
it's Chris's tea
like,
because the lowest.
I mean, like, I think it's basically just like confirming like the relationship status.
Yeah, to some extent.
Between the two, like Susie heals the same amount as Chris drinking Susie tea from Noelle's tea, but Noelle basically is just like a full heal from basically dead for Susie.
Oh, what if Rousey tea does not heal Chris much because Chris knows Ashville's dead body is in the supply closet.
Well, I mean, they don't like clearly. Chris actually likes Rousey to some extent, just not a huge amount. Like
just not as much as one would think.
Noelle. Just healing much as Noelle, but
I'm gonna be going, by the way.
Okay.
So I'll catch you guys later.
Thanks for coming along, Roy.
No problem. Have fun.
Take care. Rest well.
See ya.
Oh. What do you think is the significant twisted sword?
The what?
Okay. The twisted sword is an item that is an unobtainable item that you can theoretically craft after doing an aborted Snowgrave route.
Oh.
As to get the ring and a pure crystal, which is currently an unobtainable item to craft it.
Okay. What do I think is the significance of it? You see, it involves Rousey's dead body in the closet. But no, I don't know. I feel like that's something that we really just can't make out until future chapters come up. But it's definitely interesting. What do you think?
I don't know. It's like if it's like supposed to be like some sort of redemption arc, or maybe like it's like a secret third route.
Okay.
That like maybe it's just like in order to beat the game, you need to like do this hyper specific routes. That
these routes are getting a bit too weird.
Hyper specific route where it's just like if you do Snowgrave, you'll eventually like turn everybody against it. But it do pacifist, your characters will not be like powerful enough. You won't get like all the
I think I heard that theory from somewhere. The idea that Snowgrave itself is to some level mandatory for a better ending, but the whole player has to decide to the end justify the means and to what extent should it be done. Is that the idea for the theory?
I don't know. Maybe it's like something like that, like where it's just like where the roaring will happen, but roaring will happen, but if you stick to like your classic characters where your classic instant characters, they won't be powerful enough. Meanwhile, you have like Noel, heckin' Snowgrave and everything in sight.
Yeah. Pause.
Okay, but in which case, what about the heckin' soul?
Okay, you're starting to talk gas leak. The moment you bring the soul up, and you know that. Okay.
Yeah, I guess it does kind of like fall into gas leak territory.
Okay. So we can both agree on one factor. The soul is a direct representation of the player.
Yes.
Good, thank you. Because,
yes,
okay.
you can literally move it. You can literally move it at the end of chapter 1, and in chapter 2, before Chris rips it out in the sink, you can stutter him all about.
Right. Okay. Now the next point. Why are we inside of a child? Okay, let me word that better. Why are we inside of Chris? I didn't put myself inside of Chris. I created a vessel of my own. But that was immediately thrown into a goddamn gutter. So what's up?
I have no clue.
Is this the gas leak? Is
this gas leak?
There's some. If you
there's some connection to the gas leak in the abandoned area in chapter 2, but
Bro just gives you an egg and tells you to fuck off.
I mean the part where
Right.
I mean the part where Susie kicks the door and Monster Kid and Snowdrake run.
Yeah. I mean, you can, and isn't it kind of semi-confirmed that Chris, before the events of chapter 1, had some relation to the occult? Like that, Catwoman?
Catty,
yeah.
Catty.
So is it possible that Chris willingly put ourselves inside of him? I mean them. Bad habit.
I don't find that likely, but it is possible.
Yeah, once again, 2 sevenths of a game.
Yeah. Okay. Probably the last Toby Fox question that I'll ask. Okay.
Okay, by all means.
Starting Deltarune.
Sans Deltarune.
Yeah, okay, I have a want about Sans and Deltarune. I want Sans to be in the Dark World, but I want his Dark World outfit to be the exact same as a regular outfit, but the hue is changed slightly.
That would be incredible.
I'm not talking about, oh, he's slightly teal. No, I mean you have to go into a color portal and see the one number difference in the hex code.
It's changed by 1 decimal.
Literally a single point. That is my what for Sans and Deltarune. That is all. And I want Toby to create.
It'll be what? Wait, why do you look the same? It's like, no, I don't. I don't. I wear a different jacket. What? Like,
that feels like such a Toby Fox joke to make as well.
Like, it's like
the first part of the joke is, oh yeah, he's the exact same. It's just the exact same type of jacket. But then you look at it and you're like, it is a different jacket. Just very, very slightly.